everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and today I'm going to be doing a video using products that I picked up from Dior's new holiday collection. And this holiday collection looked so beautiful when I saw it on the images online that I knew I absolutely had to have it when it hit the stores. And I just so happened to be in Dillard's as they were closing, and I was talking to one of the guys that was working there, and I asked him about it, and he said, well, we actually just got it. And he opened the drawer and he showed me the collection. So I picked up some pieces and I was so excited to film the video, but I skipped on one of the pieces, and I knew in my heart that I had to go back and get it to give you all a comprehensive view of this collection. So I grabbed a lot of the things. There's a few things that I didn't grab, but overall I grabbed the majority of the key pieces from this launch. And the name of this collection is the Golden Nights collection. So before I jump into the makeup demonstration, I want to give you all a little bit of the background about the theme of this collection because I found it online. And it says that this holiday season, Peter Phillips, creative and image director for Dior Makeup, presents a fantastic fairy tale that gives a chic rock and roll twist to tradition. An array of blacks combines with magical shades of gold to create sophisticated makeup looks. So I'm excited to show you all these products in action. I created 2 different looks with both of the eyeshadow palettes that I picked up. So I've definitely been going on a Dior kick, okay? I have bought so many products from Dior here recently, and the holiday collection just got added to the collection. So let me know if you all have picked up anything from Dior recently, and I hope that you all enjoy. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's get into this look that I'm going to do with the Black Night Quint. I love how it looks. It's very much so simplistic but still smoky, and I hope that you all enjoy. I always hate messing up the design on things like this because I think that is the most beautiful part of it, just being able to look at it and the intricacies of the design, but it must be done for the video. So this to me looks like a little palette of definer colors. So I wouldn't necessarily use this by itself. I would definitely go in with an accompanying palette just to give me a little bit more definition and range in my look. Because these colors are all pretty dark with the exception of that silver, I'm going to try to work with the actual Quint first before I dip into another eyeshadow palette. So I already have my eyes prepped. I use the Hourglass Veil Eye Primer, and my eye automatically goes for the middle shade, and I'm going to take a BK Beauty 206 brush. What I think I'm going to start off with is applying this color on the inner portion with this little smudger brush and create basically like liner and go up and diffuse that out. And that is so beautiful right off the bat. I think that Dior has done a phenomenal job in their reformulation of eyeshadows because that just went on so effortlessly. I don't feel like I have to build it up too much. It definitely gave me a nice amount of color right off the bat. So I applied it pretty much like thick liner, and then I'm just going to spend a few seconds just diffusing the edge just to make sure that it's nicely blended. But that's what I'm going to start off with. That looks really beautiful, and I'm going to go in with that blue right next to it. And I'm going to do a continuation of this and begin to somewhat wing it out. I want it to be a hazy wing, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm first just gonna etch this out, make sure that it connects, and then I'm just gonna draw basically a wing. It's not gonna be perfect. That's okay. And really diffuse this line because I do want it to be hazy like I said, but I do kind of want to keep the shape, so I'm going to lightly go over the shape of it. But right on the edges on the top, I want to diffuse that out. So I'm not adding any more products on. So I want to further diffuse this out. So I'm going to take a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in a shade that's just a little bit darker than my skin and go right over the edge of this color and I'm taking that with a new blending brush just to really smoke it out and make sure that there's no harsh lines, but I still want it to look skin-like, you know? I don't want to dilute it by putting another color on and making it too intense all the way at the top. So that's why this color is perfect. And I also am just going to take just a little bit of that right on that outer corner too. So now I'm going to dip into this silver with the Sonia G Flat Definer brush. I'm just going to pop that right on the inner corner just to brighten us up just a little bit because this look is really vampy. So I'm just going to blend that on over like so. Now let me dip back into the Quint and take a little bit more of the silver. And I'm going to take that again on the lower inner corner because I did go in with a little bit of concealer and lashes, as you all see. And it kind of covered it up. So let me just... And then I'm going to take the shimmery black very carefully and take that on the rest of the lower lash line and buff it out so it looks pretty much like a gray charcoal color as opposed to a matte black. And I'm going to make sure to connect that to the top. Yes. So here's the finished look using this Quint. I think the look turned out really pretty. It's very vampy, but at the same time, it's not the traditional smoky eye. Even though this palette is super, super deep, you can have some versatility there. And I would definitely use this palette if I needed an eyeshadow to deepen up my outer crease and add a little bit more depth. So, Black Knight, everybody. So before I start my eyes, I still need another eyeshadow in addition to this Quint. So I'm going to go in with my bronzer, the MAC Dark Golden Mineralized Skin Finish, and take this in my crease. And this is going to be my transition shade since I don't really have anything that I would like to apply as a transition shade in the Quint. And I already have on my eye primer, so I'm just going to go back and forth with this and get it popping. Now I'm going to dip into this and take this dark brown, or it's really like a mid-tone brown, with the same brush, and I'm going to take that in the crease, and then I'm going to take it on the outer corner. So just back and forth. You kind of got to dig through the design a little bit. That's all right. We're going to get it together. Yes. All right. So once you kind of get it worked, get through that little beautiful holiday decor, it'll show up. So I'm just going to go back and forth. I'm going to switch to a flat shader and take a little bit of this icy shade. Again, you kind of got to dig a little bit to get through the design with this one. And I'm just going to carefully take that right underneath. Ooh. My brow bone. That's so reflective and pretty. I like. So next I'm going to take the same brush in this really beautiful golden shade in the center. And take that right there. Bam. I'm going to go here. Yes. Okay, so same brush, and I'm going to take it right there. Ooh, that just glides on. Okay, so I am going to take this all across the lid. So pretty. I'm going to connect it to the inner tear ducts. Lightly feather it over. That shade is so pretty. I'm so into it. All right, so I'm going to take the same brush, and I'm going to take this brown here. Same brown. And you know, just really fill in that space that I wasn't able to fill in with the blending brush, because I feel like the blending brush just was kind of fluffing stuff around. And this brush is really going to allow me to pack that color on. But that's it for the top. So let me add some liner and lashes, and I'll be back, and let's do the lower lash line plus add the other products. All right. Okay, let's finish off the eye. So I have on my lashes and liner and all that good stuff popping, and I am so here for this eye look. It's so pretty. It's only natural to take the last color, which is this beautiful, just burnished gold, almost olive looking shade. So I'm here for it, and I'm going to take that all across the bottom and connect it to the top. So y'all, my eyes are about to water, so I'm going to have to give them a minute before I put on my mascara on the lower lashes. So I need to put some on these lips. I have two of the lips, and I'm going to go ahead and try on the darker one first. This one is Dark Sparkle. The sparkle is an overspray. Okay. Very pretty. Dang, I probably should have put this one on second because I kind of want to wear this one. I didn't know that the glitter was going to be an overspray and it's going to be matte. What a surprise. I guess I'll be taking this off just to put it back on. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off. And then let's see what this more neutral color looks like. Now I want to go in with Dazzling Beige. And this one is just so freaking pretty. This is the one that I'm the most excited about because it looks kind of holographic. So let's see. I can't do anything with this color. This is not what I was expecting. You know, this is like the same shade as kind of like my complexion almost. So it's giving me concealer lips. I can definitely save it in a lip combo, but by itself, it's a no-go. That overspray is what I was hoping for. That's not what I got though. It's a pretty color. It's just not the right neutral shade or tone for my complexion, I think. I'm going to add a little bit of a brown lip liner. This one is Patrick Ta's. Where are you? What's the name of them? Oh, She's Single. Okay. And then, you know, maybe add a little gloss on top. This one is Dior So Light. There you go. A nice little neutral type lip combo. You see, it looks much better with the lip liner and the lip gloss, but by itself, I can't wear that. So here's the combo. If you are around my shade and you are looking into purchasing that nude. So let me remove that and I'm going to go back in with that purple. And we're back in action. So now let's do our cheeks. I'm going to go in with the highlighter, Wayne Goss brush. It's a very soft candlelight glow. I think that looks really nice and pretty. It's like a whisper. I like that. That's like a nice little twinkle. Let's see what this blush is talking about. So, oh wow. That goes on darker than I thought it was going to. Hello, Dolly. I don't know about that blush color. It's a little pink for my liking. I think we got pretty far. This is the finished look. What do y'all think about these products? Let's zoom out and talk about it. The look is complete. Now let's talk about my final thoughts about this collection. And it is my sincerest hope that you all have enjoyed the video thus far. I like holiday collections generally. I don't go Google Gaga for a lot of them, but this particular collection caught my eye and I'm overall satisfied with the looks that I was able to create today. So I really enjoyed each look that I did. So let's talk about each piece in this collection. The first comment that I would like to make about this collection is that I wish that it were in special packaging to showcase a bit of a difference between their regular line and the holiday line. Now, this is sleek packaging. It's nice. It shows Dior, and it's definitely in line with their aesthetic, but I just wish it had a gold exterior perhaps, or an all silver exterior, or if the actual palettes matched the lipsticks. I just wish that aspect were taken into consideration for special collections because I'm a sucker for packaging. Like, I care a lot about packaging. I mean, obviously I want the products on the inside to perform more so than I want pretty packaging, but for the price point of this collection, I want both. I want it all. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. And I want to blow out the candles. And do you have ice cream? That's me. So I need all of that in one. I need a pretty bow on top, and I just don't get holiday from the packaging, and I wish that every single year, but they never do it. Maybe next year will be the year, 2021. Here's to change. So aside from the packaging, let's talk about the actual products and my thoughts on each one. So let's start off with the cheeks and let's talk about the highlighter. So I was very pleasantly surprised by this highlighter. I was unsure if this was going to work for me because in the pan it looks quite light. but on the skin, it gives a nice candlelit glow, and it definitely works with my complexion. The formulation of this highlighter is so smooth, it just melts in. Now, this color works for me, and I think it will work for complexions that are a bit darker than me. But if you are about MAC NC 50, I would say this is going to be too light on you, and it's going to read a little bit too white. But it has more of a golden hint to it than I thought it was going to have. So it's definitely very nice. It's very smooth in its application. But I think that this highlighter is more so geared towards medium deep and lighter complexions. I think this highlighter allows you to have a bit of a natural glam. So if you want to have that lit from within look, but you don't want a blinding highlight, you can reach into this one and get a little bit of that pop without doing a lot. So I'm here for it. Next is the blush, and I'm not a big fan of the blush because I feel like it's just flat on me. I think the color doesn't have enough depth. It definitely works. The color shows up. It's very pink, but to me it's just a little bit too cool toned, and I'm not really in love with this particular coloring, nor do I really feel like it fits in with the aesthetic of the collection. I don't see where this matches anything. It doesn't match the lips, it doesn't match the eyes. I don't feel like it matches the highlighter in particular, so I just don't understand where this was coming in. Maybe this was going to be like the pop. I wouldn't reach in my collection and grab a blush that looks like this to wear with this if this wasn't offered in this collection. This wouldn't be something that I would pick because I don't think it matches, quite frankly. Next are the lipsticks, and I'm gonna say that I like them, but it's just not what I was expecting. I actually thought we were going to get the dazzling lipsticks like what we see in the actual bullet, because as you all know, you can't swatch stuff anymore. So I wasn't sure. And then, of course, since this collection is so new, there was no information out that I could watch before I purchased it. So I went in blindly, and I was looking for this beautiful, neutral, holographic lip. I was about to get my entire life with this. But definitely when you apply it, you can't even see it. Barely. You can see a little bit of the glitter, but overall the cream is going to dominate as soon as it touches down on your lips, and so it's not going to be something that is prevalent, and once you use it, it's all matte from there. It's like a matte creamy formula, and their formula is very comfortable. But as far as the color, don't go in looking for any type of dazzle to it. It's going to be like this nice cream finish. Knowing that, I probably wouldn't have purchased both of these because these two colors are not unique to my collection, and I'm sure they're not unique to a lot of you all's collection either. The purple shade, I have this a million times over, even from Dior, because they offer this type color a lot. So I don't necessarily feel like I need it. It's a nice color. It applied opaquely. It smells good. It feels luxe. It feels comfortable. It's not a matte shade, so it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but not so much so where I would classify it as a glossy color. You all can see what it looks like on my lips. It's very comfortable. It's a beautiful shade. It has a nice amount of depth to it, but do I feel like I personally need to have it? No. I was kind of looking forward to having that iridescent purple mysterious type color more. And then with the neutral one, as you all saw, I'm really not able to wear this by itself, and even with the lip liner, I mean, it's just kind of masking the color because the color is so close to my actual complexion. So I would pass on this one hands down. If you are my complexion or anywhere around it, it's gonna work for somebody. It's a nice nude, but on me it's just not that great. And that brings us to the stars of the collection, the eyeshadow palettes, and I personally prefer one more than the other, and that one being Golden Snow. If I had to go back and do it all over again, I would probably just pick up Golden Snow and call it a day, because this one is very beautiful. True, I have colors like this in my collection, but I have been crushing so hard on Dior's new eyeshadow formula. I knew I had to pick it up, and I love this. Like I said in the demonstration, you do have to work past the design, so it's not just going to give you immediate full pigmentation, but once you work past that design, it will. And this color story is so pretty. And then when I got to the counter, I saw this one and I walked away from it the first time. I was like, I really don't need this because it's so dark. And I would be able to do a smoky eye with this, and that's about it, unless I want to pair it with other eyeshadow palettes, which you all saw me do in the demonstration. I went ahead and paired it with the bronzer to give me a little bit of some in my transition area. But by itself, this palette is just deep, it's just dark, and I think it looks cool. It looks interesting. So that is what drew me into it. But dissecting it color by color, I already have these colors. And on the lids, it doesn't give me anything different than what I already have in my collection. But the composition of this Quint is attractive. And so that is what ultimately led me to buy it. I also think the quality of it is great. Like I said, their new eyeshadow formula is the ish, and I really enjoy it. So I enjoyed using it, but I don't personally feel like I need it. All in all, I like this collection, but the stunner to me is this one eyeshadow Quint in Golden Snow. Everything else is great. It performs great. I have nothing to say about the formulation. It's just the colors, and you have to make up your mind whether or not you want to add these into your collection, because the colors that were chosen for the other products are not particularly unique, like I said. And even Golden Snow, a lot of you all are going to be like, well, I already have that too, and you just might. So you have to decide whether or not you want to have these products in your collection, but just know if you order them, they're going to be nice. But do you need it though? And I feel like the pairing of these products is not that comprehensive, so I really wouldn't be able to do a full face using this entire collection, because I personally don't think it matches. I just don't. So let me know your thoughts on everything. Let me know how you all think my look turns out. Are you all going to order these products? Because the eyeshadows in particular have been flying off of the shelves. I was able to get mine from Dillard's, so you may be able to get it there if you are interested. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, and I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super soon. Smooches. Bye.